The creator, the giver of life, whoever.
They sang before then, didn't they?
They did, in their own clan circles.
So
but they didn't have the drum. They had their own dancers, their own clan circles. In the Iroquois society, the clan mothers were really powerful, more so than the Algonquian people. But you know, I'm sure it was true in Europeans and every place else when they were hunters and gatherers. Because of a woman's womb, she controlled the community life. The men were outside that. And part of the boys being on the outside and looking for tracks and learning, when you saw tracks you didn't recognize, that meant there was an enemy patrol. You better check this out. If they had a big war party coming, bam, you got the women and kids out of here. They were the future. They were the present and the future. You got them out. If you could hit the other guys and decimate them, cool, do it. If you couldn't, you played rear guard until all the support, the women and kids were safe. Then you'd regroup, and if you could do it then you went and got them. If not, you went and got them later. But it was a game, and I think that was almost worldwide. War early on was stealing women and kids to enrich your bloodlines. And it was kind of a game.
That's what Custer did.
It was a game of stealth.
Custer was out to steal women. That's what he was. That's what his whole
he had
process
orders
was.
too. And from my military experience, he was a poor officer. I'm serious. Your rules in my time, and I looked at first I thought, well, maybe you're selling them short because you're 20th century. But any officer, non-com or commission, your priorities were mission, men, and me. You were last. Custer was first. It was his ego, his priorities, you know. Anyway, but yeah, we had, and I say we, I'm Germanic descent. But anyway,
play my flute.
What about the War of 1812?
We were the only losers.
That's right.
Big time.
I know it.
Everybody else was just, it amounted to a big waste of men and materials and anyway. Although they should have, I was thinking about that today when they were going in.
Thank you very much, Alan.
They should have the native ensign that was presented. It's blue with the Union Jack in the corner.
Oh, okay.
Tecumseh had one.
Oh, he did? Good. There's many people who say that Tecumseh really didn't die, that he was so wanted so much that he never found his body. They hid it in a tree and then nobody found it. They wanted it.
Oh, as far as, yeah, well, I've heard several stories on that. Some say he was buried on no, not Harson's. It's the one across the river. It's never been a real reserve, but it's always been occupied by native people. Anyway, and then reinterred in Oklahoma. I don't know the truth of it.
I don't know. Who knows the truth, right?
Yeah.
Good.
But at any rate, yeah, it was 1812 was.
First place in each category is well over $1,000.
Well, the Confederacy was doomed for several reasons. I've heard some people blame Maine Pock. He wasn't the main. Those independents, the Creeks had a civil war going on. They were not going to recruit.
Right.
And then after Tenskwatawa blew it at Tippecanoe, lost a lot of his converts. Tarhay sent people from Sandusky Bay up there to infiltrate the camp and seize the descent to get people to leave. So it was falling apart. Any more questions?
There's only 4 sites on the planet.
Okay.
I really appreciate you taking the time to talk to me.
Oh, no problem.
What's your name?
Oleminini.
Oleminini?
Yep.
This is going to be on YouTube, so
I wish it wouldn't be.
Oh, why not?
Anything else is a variation.
I don't like anything to do with computers. I know from newspapers I'm already out there, but
Traditionally,
It'll be on here.
Americans were known.
yeah, well,
And what we're doing is making history. We're telling the legend, not his story, not the white man's story. We're trying to get into the legend and what was really happening and what do people think. And you got a lot of British and Americans telling it their story, but your story is more interesting.
yeah, well,
Very slow.
it was our home.
Yes, yes.
I mean, I've got no native. If I've got any, it's so tiny, it's not really.
Well, but in spirit, that's the difference between like you and I. We know what's going on.
I was born in the Great Lakes, and even as a preschooler, I was interested in native people. My mother tried to beat it out of me, and she didn't succeed.
Oh no. Okay, I'm gonna go on. I'll go look at the tobacco and the corn. Thanks.
Now, the African Americans came over and they added to it because the only meat that was given to the slaves was usually the lowest piece of meat in the farm, which was pig. And it was common for the master to give the slaves a whole hog. And since they'd been out running around with this tough meat, they would cook it all day long. Also, as the Native Americans did, over fire. And the Native Americans seasoned their meat with the one vegetable that only grew in the New World, and that is tomatoes. Only grew in the New World, right? So the tomato sauce that you think of, and the peppers, and the molasses, which only comes from sugarcane, which only grew in the New World. So barbecue is truly a New World food, with a little bit of help from the African Americans and the European Americans. All put their own twist on it. So all three cultures help create what we call barbecue. Right, who has the song?
Well, that's no house.
Oh, we didn't have any ladies fancy. I can't wait to wait. Stop your talking.
Hello.
Intertribal from the Southern Singers. Everybody dance. Intertribal audience, please come out and join us. Intertribal. I told you that story because we were waiting for some ladies fancy.
What about-
showed up? So Intertribal.
What about the War of 1812?
I ain't that old.
Oh, you aren't?
Nope. I would have been there probably.
Oh, I like it.
There you go.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Oh, yeah. You're not that old, huh?
Nope. Almost, but not quite.
Good. Thank you. Hi. Hi.